like you to pull their tails, even if all you want is to borrow a few hairs for a bracelet. Auntie Bee bought that elephant hair from a man who was very thin. People said that an elephant had sat on him and squashed him a bit, but nobody knew whether or not that was true. But it certainly made an interesting story to tell to people who admired the bracelet. And there were other presents too. There was a cup made out of the seed pod of a great baobab tree. These trees are very wide and fat, so wide that it can take 20 people holding hands to go all the way round them. Think of that, 20 people. It was not just on her birthday that Precious heard from her Auntie Bee. Often a letter would arrive with news of what was happening up at the safari camp where she worked. A safari camp is a place where people go to make expeditions into the wilderness. They go out for days on end to see wild animals and take photographs of them. They live in tents and eat out in the open and usually enjoy themselves very much indeed. The camp that Auntie Bee worked in was called Eagle Island Camp. She was one of the cooks there, but she also earned a bit of money telling stories to the visitors. She knew all the old Botswana stories and would recite these beside the fireside at night. People loved to hear these and would clap and clap after she finished. Auntie Bee was very busy, but she always seemed to find the time to write to Precious, even if the letters were not very long, 1 or 2 lines perhaps, and it was in one of these short letters that she asked Precious whether she would like to come up to visit her. "Dear Precious," she wrote, "I know that the school holidays are coming up soon. Would you like to come and stay with me up at the safari camp for a few days? Something very exciting is about to happen. I do hope you can come. With love, Auntie Bee." How would you answer a letter like that? Exactly. So would I. Chapter 2. When Precious showed this letter to her father, Obed Ramotswe, he looked doubtful. "It's a long way away," he said. "It takes a whole day to get there, sometimes more." "I don't mind," said Precious. "There are buses that go that way, aren't there?" Obed scratched his head. "That costs money," he said, "and I've had a lot of bills to pay this month." Precious tried not to show her disappointment. Her father was kind to her, and she knew that he would do anything to make her happy. If he said that there was no money for the bus fare, then she knew that this would be true. "Perhaps I can go some other time," she said quietly. "I'll write to Auntie Bee and tell her." Obed held up a hand. "No," he said, "don't do that. I think I may know somebody who's going up there for 4 or 5 days. He's a cattle buyer, and he has some business to do in those parts. He might be able to give you a ride up in his truck." Precious hardly dared hope. "Do you think so?" she asked. "I wouldn't take up much room." Her father smiled. "I'll ask him," he said. "He owes me a favor, anyway." That evening, Precious wrote a reply to her aunt, telling her that there was a chance, just a chance, she would be able to come to stay with her. The next day, though, even before she had time to post this letter, her father went to have a word with his friend. When he returned to the house, he was full of smiles. "You can do your packing," he said. "You're going to be leaving tomorrow." Precious was too excited to go to sleep easily that night. Eventually she dropped off and dreamed that she was already up in the delta. There were tall trees, and these trees were full of monkeys, swinging adventurously from every branch. There was a wide river, filled with clear, swift-flowing water, and in this water there were the long, dark shapes of crocodiles and fat, floating hippos. There were wide plains of high grass, and in this grass, half hidden and staring out with large yellow...